Good evening, Portage Central basketball fans, and welcome into the Portage Central Gymnasium. You're watching girls varsity basketball as the 8-4 Mustangs of Portage Central play host to a Smack West rival, the Lakeshore Lancers. I'm Drew Lawler alongside Lexi Lee, and we're amped to bring you what should be a fantastic game tonight on the Portage Central YouTube channel, powered by PCTV.
I'm so excited for this, Drew.
Aren't we all, Lexi? Should be a great Smack West battle tonight. The Lancers are trying to extend their win streak to 3 games, while the Mustangs are trying to get back in the win column after 2 straight losses. We will get the tip-off, but first, the national anthem and starting lineups.
Varsity girls basketball. We welcome our visitors from the Lakeshore, the Lancers. In a moment, it's starting lineups, but this time, please ask that you stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Starting at forward, senior number 3, Bella Chavez. Starting at guard, junior number 12, Ainsley Ashby. Starting at guard, senior number 23, Riley Keifer. And starting at center, senior number 33, Gabrielle Conway. And now the starting lineups for your Portage Central High School Mustangs. Acting head coach Brett Stevenson, assistant coach Brogan Gambling managers Megan Baird and Carson Stevenson. Starting guard, sophomore number 3, Louis Wilkes. Starting at guard, senior number 4, Ella Steele.
Go, Ella!
Starting at forward, sophomore number 10, Macy Searles. Starting at forward, number 14, senior Haley Brown. And starting at forward, number 22, senior Carly Bouton.
All right, those are your starting lineups. Over for Lakeshore, starting for them, Megan Worcester, Isabel Chavez, Ainsley Ashby, Riley Pfeiffer, and Gabrielle Conway. And for the Mustangs, Louis Wilkes, Ella Steele, Macy Searles, Haley Brown, and Carly Bouton. Tip in the air, and Lakeshore repping their away black jerseys get the basketball, and we are underway here from Portage Central. Early on, it's a 3 from Worcester, won't hit, and it's Haley Brown with the rebound.
Louis Wilkes is taking the ball down the court. It looks like she's going to make a move into the middle and dish it out.
Here's Wilkes shooting a 3 at the top of the key. No good, too strong. But it's Bouton on the near side with the rebound. She puts it up, can't get that one to go. And the ball was saved out of bounds.
Looks like it's Mustang's ball under the hoop.
Yeah, Lakeshore tried to save the basketball. Instead, it went out of bounds. So the Mustangs will get the basketball under their basket with 7:27 in this half. Here's steal for three, no good. Fight for the rebound goes to Searles. Searles can't hit the bucket. Brown with the rebound on the right block, and she brings it out for the Mustangs. Wilkes pass to steal, intercepted by Chavez. Here comes Lakeshore. Worcester driving and gets fouled by Haley Brown as she was going up to the rim, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Portage Central foul number 14, Haley Brown. First personal, first team foul. At the free throw line, Megan Worcester shooting two.
So the first free throw, no good. And Worcester will get a second try to try to get the first points of this ball game 1 minute in. Worcester's second is good. And the Lancers with an early 1-0 lead.
Looks like the Lancers are pressing the Mustangs.
Yeah, and it worked pretty well there as Worcester was able to tip the ball out of bounds, but the Mustangs will pass the ball in once again right here. Brown goes to the middle of the court to Boutwin, who goes to the right side of the court. It's Wilkes with a nice crossover, and then bringing it out to set up the offense. Here's Brown on the left side. Her three, too short. Boutwin fought for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds, and the Lancers will get the basketball with 6:54 here in the first quarter. So it's Riley Pfeiffer bringing up the ball for the Lancers. Worcester's got it. The pump fake,
Nice
the
little
drive. Can't get that one to go. And a nice rebound there from Macy Searles. Steele's got it now. Brown tried to go inside. Ball gets tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Brown dove for the basketball, but was out of bounds while doing so. And the Lancers with a 1-point lead will get the ball back. In the corner, there's Chavez's mid-range, no good. Right into the hands of Macy Searles, and here come the Mustangs and Louis Wilkes. Brown in front of the Lakeshore bench, pump fakes it. Here's Boutwin, the pump fake at the free throw line extended, loses the basketball. And Searles is on the floor with Megan Worcester, and it's going to be a jump ball. The possession arrow will keep the ball here with Portage Central. So Louis Wilkes passes it in now. She finds Steele. She's going to put up a three on the right side, too strong, and the rebound for Riley Pfeiffer. Worcester almost loses it, now dribbles in front of the Mustang bench. Worcester now goes inside. Nice pass from Chavez out to Ashby. And there's a shot from the free throw line extended for Conway, and it won't go. Ella Steele in the corner, a long two for Macy Searles is short, but Boutwin right there for the rebound. Goes up with it too strong. And Steele gets another rebound for the Mustangs. Boutwin, another pump fake. The drive, in and out. It went everywhere but through the basket. And the Lancers will get the ball back 3 minutes in.
Looks like it's going to be a fast-paced game this game.
So Worcester with the basketball. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone. Falling over, dribbling is Worcester. And they'll call a foul on the floor as she tried to drive the basketball. And that foul is going to go against Louis Wilkes. That's going to be her first foul of this game, the team's second. And underneath the basket is Megan Worcester to trigger it in. She finds Ashby, way too strong, and Macy Searles has the basketball. Wilkes going coast to coast and laying it in for the first Mustang bucket.
Nice drive by Louie.
Two to one, Mustangs in front now as an Ashby three goes up, and that one's too strong again. And it was Worcester who tried to save the basketball from going out of bounds, but not much you could do there as the Mustangs get the ball back almost midway through this first period.
Looks like Lancers are going to keep up that pressure on Mustang's side.
Yeah, that's right, Lexi, and this time a little bit too much pressure as a foul is going to be called against the Lancers. So Chavez will pick up her first as the Lancers go back with their pressure. The Worcester is able to get a leg on that one. So now it's Brown to inbounds basketball in front of the Mustang student section. Wilkes trying to break it herself, go over to Steele. Steele gives to Boutwin, now over to Brown.
Little miscommunication there.
Yeah, Brown able to save the basketball anyway, and then Wilkes goes up with the floater. Can't get that one to go. And here come the Lancers down the court. And that one's picked off by Boughton. Boughton up the court to Wilkes. Wilkes going up with the left hand, and Wilkes with another bucket. She's got all 4 points for the Mustangs. Four to one Mustangs as the shot goes out from Chavez. The mid-range 2-point shot from the corner goes in, and Lakeshore's got it within one again.
Good movement by the Lancers.
Steele going up the court with her left hand on the left side. Guarded by Ashby. Now a double comes from Chavez. And Boughton tries to swing it to Wilkes. And then pushes over Megan Worcester as she tried to save the basketball, and now she'll pick up her first foul. So the Lancers the basketball again. Lies has it, and that one is intercepted by Wilkes. Wilkes going down the court. The defense coming from Lies, and that saved a basket there. Wilkes with the rebound can't get it. Searles can't get it to fall. And Worcester gets the final rebound. Bodies flying as Carly Boughton flies out to the three-point line. And the foul is going to go against Louie Wilkes. So Wilkes, who scored all 4 points for the Mustangs in this one, with a little bit of early foul trouble, already has 2 fouls 5 minutes into this game. Here's a deep two from Worcester. Left it a bit short. And it's Searles with the rebound. Finstrom had it, got it taken away by Megan Worcester. She goes up with the right hand. That one's good. Worcester with an easy layup, and now the Lancers lead 5-4.
Little Euro step right there.
Yeah, very nice Euro by there. And now Haley Brown will trigger it in again after the Lancers got a tip that went back out of bounds. So Brown finds Finstrom again to the corner, lobs it over Boutwin's head into the hands of Pfeiffer. That shot no good from Lockman, but the rebound is secured. Who's Chavez, deep two won't go. Finstrom on the floor gets the basketball, and Brown ends up with it. Here's Steele going in. And a travel's going to be called over by that left block. And the Lancers up one will get the basketball again. Five to 4, 6 minutes into this one. Tight game so far as Worcester will make a move by the logo. Pfeiffer, the pump fake, the shot from the free throw line, no good. And it's Adley Finstrom, who was brought up from JV this week with the basketball. Here's Boughton on the corner. gets stripped and into the hands of Riley Pfeiffer. Baseball pass down the court. Boughton almost got it. Now Searles lying on the floor. So is Lies. And Searles was able to get possession and call a timeout. So over 6 minutes into this one, and the Lancers lead 5-4. We'll be back after the timeout. Back here at Portage Central, the minute 26 to play in the first quarter. And before Brown gets the basketball in, a whistle from the referee, who's talking to Lakeshore's coach Michael Clark, who's complaining about something. Looks like something to do with the substitution.
Looks like there's only 4 Lancers out there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So it looks like Gabriella Conway is trying to check into the game. Referees having a conversation with head coach Michael Clark.
Looks like the Mustangs are going to be bringing it in.
Yeah, the Lancers may be forced to burn a timeout here. And Lexi, we've been around a basketball a lot, and not very common we see this in these games.
No, hardly never.
And it looks like they will use their timeout. So they'll use a 30-second timeout as Coach Michael Clark, not a big fan of that call, but he'll have to use the timeout to get his 5 players into the game.
Looks like they're trying to substitute somebody in during that little break that they had. Some miscommunication went through.
So the teams will break the huddle again. The Mustangs have 5 players on the court, and the Lakeshore Lancers now do. So it looks like we'll be back to basketball. Into Boughton. Swings over to Steele. Now Brown has it on the logo. Finstrom on the near side. Right wing. Nice pass inside to Haley Brown, who goes up with it for the deuce.
Finstrom's been very confident this game. Not scared to come up from JV, playing JV girls basketball and playing in varsity first game.
Yeah, a couple Mustangs up from JV this week after injuries. A 3 goes up for Riley Pfeiffer, and she got it to go. 8-6, Lakeshore leads as Boughton looked like it was going to be a jump ball, but it's going to be a foul called against Lakeshore. It's going to go against Worcester. So the Mustangs triggered in again under 1 minute to go, and that pass is right to Gabby Swalloway. There's a cross-court pass to Lies. Swalloway's got it now. Now Worcester driving in and traveling. 2 Mustangs came up to defend her, and she traveled right through them. And deja vu, Taylor Brown to pass the ball in from under the basket again.
This full court press from the Lancers have been working great, it seems to be. A lot of turnovers given away from the Mustangs.
So Lindsay Lambrix and Rachel Milu checks into the game for the Mustangs. As Milu loses it, it's stripped away by Worcester. Now that pass is over the head. And it ends up with Riley Pfeiffer at the top of the key. Worcester swings it to the top of the key. That 3-point shot is good for Paige Lies. Bowen hits the deck, and they call it travel. And the Lancers will get the basketball back again. There's another shot and banks it in for Riley Pfeiffer. Her second three-point shot of the night, and the Lancers are up by 8 points. No time left in the clock as Milu can't get a shot up, and that will do it for the first quarter here from Portage Central. After one, Lakeshore 14, Mustangs 6. We'll be back in a minute. Back here for the second quarter at Portage Central. Drew Lawler joined alongside Lexi Lee tonight. And Lexi, first quarter of play, Mustangs and Lakeshore kind of knotted up throughout, and then Lakeshore on a little late run there and took the lead.
Yeah, this game has been looking like it's pretty fast-paced. Lancers are keeping up that pressure on the Mustangs, making them have turnovers. Mustangs looked a little rambled at the start. But on defense, they look like they've been getting some turnovers on the Lancers. Looks like Carly Bowen is down.
Yeah, that was Gabby Swalloway with the missed three-point attempt, and then Bowen went down on the ground with two different Lancers.
Lancers are not holding back the second quarter, keeping up that pressure.
Yeah, the press stays on. Brown takes 4 seconds to get it in, but she does so to Boughton. And now Wilkes throws it over the head of Lindsay Lambricks, and the Lancers will get the basketball back 30 seconds into this one. So Salloway will pass the ball in to Paige Lays.
Looks like the Mustangs are keeping up that 2-3. Works well for them before.
There's a jumper from just inside the free throw line for Gabriella Conway. Can't get it to go, fights for her own rebound, but before that, a foul will be called against the Lancers. That will be called against Emily Lockman, so it's also her first foul. Everyone in this game, no one in this game has 2 fouls except for Louis Wilkes. Wilkes catches the pass. She's gonna go just inside the free throw line, tries to kick it out to Brown and does so successfully, and a foul is now called against Paige Lies, playing that tight defense up top. So Lees is going to pick up her second personal. And now she will check out for Riley Pfeiffer.
Looks like Lauren King's sister is in playing her first game. Lauren King out with a broken nose.
Yeah,
that had surgery.
Riley King checking into the game. King family don't have to miss the varsity game, as they've always got a player in so far this season, as that shot from Louis Wilkes almost went in, rolled in and out. It's about 2 of those shots so far for the Mustangs. Tough luck, as a deep 2 from Gabby Soloway won't go, and Boughton gets the rebound.
Lancers are keeping up those longer shots. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't.
So Carly Boughton was there for the rebound, and then she got fouled by Isabella Chavez. That's now her second foul. And now she's going to come out of this ball game for Megan Worcester.
Hopefully the Mustangs have found a way to get past this full court press.
Yeah, it has not been their friend early on here. as Wilkes is in trouble, and Wilkes loses it, but it goes out of bounds in front of the Mustang bench, and the Mustangs will keep the basketball as we were almost a minute 30 into the second quarter. Wilkes with the head of steam up the court, tries to find Boughton, does so. Wilkes driving into the paint, trying to kick it out. Instead, he gets in a battle down low, and it's going to be another jump ball as Louis Wilkes hit the floor pretty hard.
Can't tell what she's grabbing. It looks like it might be her hand or her finger.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right. The trainer's at the scorer's table, but she waves him off. Looks like she's holding her stomach, so must have been just a hard fall there. But she looks to be okay, and we can play some basketball again. Here come the Lancers down the court with Riley Pfeiffer bringing the ball up. Inside to Conway. Conway with a nice move inside for two.
Out on Lancers.
So the Lancers getting a lot of tips here on the press, not forcing turnovers every time. As there's another tip. So we'll do it again with 6:05. Brown getting the basketball in to Riley King. And King gets it to Brown, but the pass a little off, and Brown got it out of bounds. So the Lancers will get the basketball with a 10-point lead, trying to extend that lead here.
Looks like Carly Bowen is trying to get our defense going.
There's Ashby, a three, no good. Wilkes with the rebound, going to the deck again. And another foul called against the Lancers on this side of the floor, which will bring up a 1-and-1 opportunity for Louis Wilkes and the Mustangs. So Wilkes at the line for a 1-and-1. And the first is down. Wilkes' second high arcing free throw good, and Wilkes now has 6 of 8 Mustang points.
Looks like she's not letting that little injury get to her.
Yeah, it looks like she's holding her wrist a little bit there, but seems to be okay as the Mustangs stick with their 2-3 zone.
High pressure defense from the Mustangs.
Inside again to Conway. Conway with a nice move, but too strong on the finish, fighting for that rebound. And it's Macy Searles with it as Boughton is holding her face. Looks like she might have been bumped or scratched there.
Seems like a pretty aggressive game. Few people getting hurt.
Yeah, very physical down on the court as Ashby goes over to Pfeiffer. Near side, Worcester going up with it. Nice move there, nice jump stop, a nice finish for Megan Worcester. 18-8, Mustangs lead. Brown up to Boughton, now over to Steele. Steele driving and gets rejected by Gabby Conway. And Conway gets the best of Steele on the way up there. Mustangs keep the basketball, though, with a 10-point deficit. So here's Steele in the corner trying to make up for that. Airballs it, but a rebound for Haley Brown. In the corner, it's Searles. Can't get that one to fall off the rim twice. And Steele on the floor. Boughton fighting for it and comes up with it. And a foul is called against the Lancers. Looks like it's going to go against Ashby, who does not like the call. But now
Mustangs have been shooting it out. Started at 3, it looks like, giving their chances in instead of just driving it in.
yeah, in this physical game, free throws might be the make or break. Maybe a way for the Mustangs to get back in it as Boutwin heads to the line for a 1-and-1 and hits the first. Boutwin on the board for the first time today, trying to get 2 up there. And it's good. So the Mustangs have 10 points, 4 off of free throws. And it's 18-10 with 4:45 to play in this one. The Lancers with an 8-point lead. Inside to Conway again. The fade and 1 for Gabby Conway.
She's been doing pretty good in that middle right there. Going up for those shots and making them.
Gabby Conway making an impact on the offensive end these last couple of possessions. And she'll try to edit the stat sheet again with a free throw, which is no good, and Brown's got the basketball. So here's Wilkes against tight defense of Worcester. Wilkes looked inside, couldn't get it in. Wilkes driving herself, flowing it up with the right hand, too strong, but gets her own rebound, goes up with it. Contact, no foul. And now the Lancers up the court. It's Pfeiffer going up and in. Riley Pfeiffer with 8 points here.
Looks like some of those shots from the Mustangs are just not going in. Not in their favor today.
Yeah, Coach Stevenson, not a big fan of what we was seeing in that press break, and will opt to use his second timeout. 22-10, the Lancers lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at Portage Central, Lancers with a 6-point lead, 12-point lead. Midway through the second quarter. Brown trying to find Wilkes, miscommunication, it goes out of bounds on the right sideline. And Lexi, if you're the Mustangs, you need some points here, you're down 12. What's the best way to try to get some points other than playing defense?
Honestly, I think their biggest problem for the Mustangs is that full court press that Lancers is putting on them. They just cannot get by them, and Lancers are just getting all the fouls, turnovers that they can get, and just going back up.
Wilkes the mid-range, no good. Boutwin fights for the rebound again. She's got another board and gives to Brown. And now Steele driving. Fight for the ball all over the place. It's Conway who gets it.
This fast-paced game for the Mustangs is just not going well for them.
In the corner, it's Worcester. Way too strong an air ball, and Haley Brown's got it. And with 3 minutes in this first half, Brown gets stripped by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer goes out of bounds, and it will be Mustang basketball with 2:57
Lancers
in this
do
quarter.
not like that call. Seems to me like the Mustangs need to communicate a little bit more back there.
Yeah, haven't been able to quite figure out this pressure in this. It was around the second quarter here. As Wilkes does a good job herself there. She's going to take it all the way and banking it in. And Louie Wilkes with 8 points. 22-12, a drive for Worcester, a kick out. Cross-court pass. Pfeiffer.
High pressure defense from the Mustangs.
Long two for Worcester. Can't get that one to go, and once again into the hands of Louis Wilkes.
Looks like she's slowing it down a bit. Creating opportunities for Macy.
Searles driving with the left hand. Can't get it to go, so close to going in. But the Mustangs will keep the basketball with 2:12 in the half. And now Lakeshore's head coach, Michael Clark, will use another one of his 30-second timeouts. And so Lexi, still a 10-point game. Lakeshore press working really well. How do the Mustangs break this certain type of press?
I think that they need to maneuver it more back there on their side. Maybe pass it a few times, create some open spaces for point guard Louis Wilkes to drive up the court.
So we'll see if the Mustangs can do that, but so far the Lancers press working to a T so far.
Maybe a little bit more movement. Get away from the defenders.
Wilkes try to get it down low to Brown instead of jump ball, and the possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs. So Wilkes with 2:10 will trigger it in again.
Little miscommunication right there.
Yeah, Steele tried to get it to Brown, who cut it, so. Not great there. Shot no good for Searles there. Too strong off and too high off the backboard. And under 2 minutes, here's a drive from the Lancers. No good for Worcester. And now Steele's got it going up the court. Steele too strong with the left hand, but Searles has it back, goes up with it. Can't get it to fall. And with just under 100 seconds here in this second quarter, the Lancers with the basketball again.
Looks like the game is starting to slow down a little bit. Everybody getting tired out there.
Conway can't hit the jumper. Pass almost stolen by Pfeiffer. Instead, the Mustangs have it. Up to Steele now. Steele looks for Searles inside, and it's intercepted by Soloway. And now it's Pfeiffer again. Pfeiffer trying to get a bucket here off the 2-3 zone. 1 minute to play here in the first half at Portage Central. And so far, the Lancers have dominated as Emily Lockman tried to go up. Instead, they call a foul on Carly Boughton. She doesn't like the foul, but they'll call it anyway, and that's going to be her second foul so far in this game.
Looks like that 2-3 from the Mustangs have been favoring them just a little bit. Some communication, leaving some open spaces for the Lancers to shoot their shots.
So check what I said. Boughton has 3 fouls, so foul trouble for her, and that will bring in Lindsay Lambricks. So that's something to watch for here in the second half. Here's Soloway. She's going to take a 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Pressure almost stolen away. Wilkes has it instead. 37 seconds to play in this first half at Portage Central. Steele driving baseline, the left hand. The floater on the left hand won't go. And now the Lancers have it back down the court. Megan Worcester finds Soloway. She thought about shooting it again, instead does not. Soloway driving on Steele. Worcester gonna drive and travels. 11.8 left in the half.
If the Mustangs can get past this defense, they might be able to get in a few points before the end of this half.
Yeah, that'd be a huge momentum shift to end this half. Kind of needed for the Mustangs, trying to get it to single digits here. Instead, it turns it over, and now the Lancers turn it back over. Wilkes has it with 5 seconds in the half. Steele with 2 seconds. Wilkes gonna just throw it up there, and that will do it for the first half here from Portage Central. It's close early at the end of the first quarter. The Lancers took advantage, and that will give them a 10-point lead at the half, 22-12. The Lancers lead over the Mustangs. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half. Back here for the start of the second half. The Lancers lead the Mustangs 22-12 in this battle. Very physical battle, Lexi. And how do you think that first half played out for both sides?
I think that fast-paced game was working out really well for the Lancers. Keeping up that pressure is making the Mustangs ramble a lot back on their side. Mustangs can't take that kind of pressure, it seems to be. So, but it looks like on defense they're doing a 2-3 again. They must like that. Can leave some open spaces for the Lancers to shoot some shots.
So now we're underway here in the second half. Top of the key, Pfeiffer. She's got 8 points in this game. Now the top. Worcester inside to Conway. Conway with the left hand, can't get it to fall. And Macy Searles with the rebound. So here's Searles in the corner. Three-pointer, high arcing, no good. And Gabby Conway gets the rebound. Up the floor is Worcester, taking it herself. The floater is good for Megan Worcester.
Lancers keeping up that full court press on the Mustangs. Worked for them last half.
Brown lost the basketball. And it'll be Lakeshore ball after she hit it out of bounds. Here's a three-point try for Pfeiffer, and she hits it, and Riley Pfeiffer with 11 points.
Can't leave them open for long.
Pfeiffer's got 11 points and 3 three-pointers. Heck of an effort by her so far in this game, as the Lancers extend their lead to 15.
Louis Wilkes beating that full court press.
Yeah, then gives to Steele, back out to Wilkes. Brown's got at the top. Now Searles, right wing, trying to drive the basketball. Instead, up to the top of the key to Ella Steele.
Lancers defense keeping up with all that movement from the Mustangs.
Steele tried to go up in front of two Lancer defenders. Could not get that one to the rim. And now the Lancers have the ball up 15, and a travel is going to be called against Megan Worcester, who had some conflicting thoughts there on the pass. And now the Mustangs, desperate for points, get the basketball again. Steele in the left wing. Now Wilkes at the top. She's going to drive at the left hand. The left hand floater, no good, but gets her own rebound. Wilkes kicking it out, the bounce pass to Brown. Steele at the top. Her three-pointer, no good. And the rebound for Megan Worcester.
Wilkes' hustle has been amazing this game, going up for all those layups and missing them, but getting those rebounds.
That miss was by Ashby, and the foul is going to be called against Isabel Chavez, her third foul. Yeah, Louis Wilkes having a heck of a game for the Mustangs. 8 points in this one. And that's the second best scorer in this game. Riley Pfeiffer with 11 is number 1 as that pass is swatted away. And Chavez gets the basketball. Worcester gets the ball back, going up with it, and Boughton's going to be called for a foul, who does not like that call. And I believe it's going to be her fourth foul, as the Lakeshore bench is enjoying that foul, and Carly Boughton's going to be checked out for Lindsay Lambricks.
Looks like some of those fouls on Carly Boughton have been a little bit unfortunate for her.
So Worcester and the Lancers will take advantage here. She gives to Chavez, her deep two, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's there for Conway. Again, Conway gets it, and she gets it to go with the foul.
Not giving up on that one.
What a bucket for Gabby Conway. And she'll go to the line to try to get another one. The free throw for Conway is good. She's got 7, and the Lancers have an 18-point lead over the Mustangs. Pressure still on for the Lancers. Wilkes gets it across the timeline. And Wilkes gets the layup to go. She's got 10.
Looks like that speed from Wilkes kills.
30-14, Mustangs in a 2-3 zone. Lancers has been beating it so far as a turnaround shot for Gabby Conway goes in. Gabby Conway balling out here in the second and third quarters. Getting herself some buckets. And now Wilkes is going to slip and turn the ball over. And the Lancers will get the ball with 4 minutes and 30 seconds in this game. Inside, back to Conway. Conway with the left hand almost went in. And the Lancers will instead shoot a 3. That one from Pfeiffer, no good. And that rebound is secured by Lindsay Lambricks, and Wilkes will bring it up the court for the Stangs midway through this third quarter. Steele driving baseline, tosses to Lambricks. Here's a 3 from Searles. Off the mark towards the right side of the rim. And the Lancers down the court trying to extend their 18-point lead. It's a drive and no good by Chavez. Brown with the rebound. And once again, it's Wilkes flying down the court.
Looks like they found a way to beat that press, just having Louis Wilkes just go straight down the middle.
Searle's going to shoot it again. That one, no good. Towards the right side of the rim again.
Looks like Mustangs 2-3 defense hasn't been working too well.
There's the Conway throwing it up again, no good, but the rebound for the Lancers.
Great movement by Lancers.
Deep 2 there by Riley Pfeiffer, and she's got another one. Pfeiffer, 13 points. Lancers the 20-point lead, and head coach Brett Stevenson will call his third timeout. It's a full minute timeout. And we'll be back after it in 1 minute. Mustangs trail 34-14. Brown to throw the basketball in with 3:04. That one turned over. It's Leaves who gets the basketball. And now it's Pfeiffer.
Looks like the Lancers have found a way to beat this 2-3 defense, creating open opportunities.
Lee's long 2, no good. Chavez got the rebound and put back. That one doesn't go as well. Now it's Conway down low, and that'll be a jump ball on the left block. Possession arrow on the side of the Mustangs. And they'll get the basketball with 2:44.
There goes Louis Wilkes again.
Yeah, Wilkes breaking the press all by herself. Seems like that's worked out decently well tonight as Lambricks gets stuffed at the rim. Out of bounds by the Lancers, and the Mustangs will get the ball back. Wilkes goes inside the Lamb bricks, and it's Conway playing the close-up defense, which will cause a foul. Wilkes gonna pass it in again with 2:30 on the clock. Lob into Searles, and looked like a block might have been made there by Conway. Searles with the rebound, though. Brown with the three from the top of the key, no good. And the rebound was secured by Paige Lees. Lee is going down the court all by herself, and a charge is going to be called against Paige Lees. It's Louis Wilkes taking the charge.
Good idea by Louis Wilkes instead of swiping at the ball, taking the charge instead.
Lambricks on the near sideline. So now Wilkes gonna try to break it herself again. This time, almost got a jump ball. Instead, turned away from it, and that's gonna be a 10-second call against the Stangs.
Wilkes got herself a little trapped in that situation. Looks like there could have been somebody open to pass to.
Lees, no good. Searles got the jumping rebound and turns it over to Lees inside. And the foul goes against Louis Wilkes, and Lees is going to go to the line to shoot a pair. So Paige Lees on to shoot a pair. And her first one is too strong off the heel. She'll get a chance at a second one, and that one in and out and stays out. Brown with the rebound. Brown fires it over to Searles. Lambricks, now Milu, who can't catch the basketball, and now into the hands of Pfeiffer.
Great movement, though, by the Mustangs, finding people open.
Now a three from Soloway, too strong off the backboard. And the Lancers will pass the ball in underneath the basket. Pfeiffer, top of the key, 90 seconds to play. That one's stolen by Louis Wilkes. Wilkes gonna try to take a fast break layup, and she does so successfully.
That was a great read by Louis Wilkes.
Mustangs with 16 points in this game, and Louis Wilkes with 12 of them.
Great game for Louis as well.
Pfeiffer on the logo, right off the nose of the Mustang. Three goes up for Scott, no good. Lambricks fought for that one. Instead, Lees has it. Now leads the fadeaway, no good, in and out. And Searles finally gets the rebound and throws it away. It will be ruled tipped out of bounds by the Lancers.
A lot of turnovers and missed shots this game.
So Wilkes with 40 seconds in this one, throws it over to Searles, and that's going to be a travel near the midcourt line.
Lancers defense everywhere. Can get the Mustangs all caught up.
Takara Scott, cross-court pass to Soloway. We approach 25 seconds to go in the quarter, and it looks like the Lancers are trying to get the last shot of this quarter. Instead, they go inside, and a nice layup there by Emily Lockman for her first points of the game.
Found their way and maneuvered around that Mustang 2-3 defense.
20-point Lancer lead. Milu has it with 5 seconds left on the clock. Down the court. Now the Lancers inside, tipped away by Wilkes with 0s on the clock. And that will do it for the third quarter. All Lancers as they lead by 20. It's 36-16. Lancers on top of the Mustangs. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in 1 minute. Back here at the Portage Central Gymnasium for 8 more minutes of action in this Smack West game. 36-16, Mustangs and the Lancers still playing it out here. Pfeiffer in the top of the key with Steele. Nice defense by Ella Steele. And there's a drive by Scott and the nice pass over to the other block to Lockman, who can't finish. And now up the floor is Riley King, who gets bumped at the top by Dakara Scott.
Looks like Carly Bowen is back in.
So Scott picks up her first foul, and yeah, like you said, Carly Bowen with 4 fouls back into this game to start the fourth.
She's got to be very careful here.
King's got it. Now Steele on the right wing. Up to Boughton at the top of the key, looking inside to Steele. Nice pass. The finish no good by Steele, though, and Soloway with the rebound.
Wrong footing there for Ella Steele.
Pfeiffer up top. Now it's Soloway, guarded by King. Pfeiffer and Steele battling up top. Now Lees over to Scott. Lancers doing a nice job of passing the basketball here. Swing to the corner, Soloway. Double coming from the Mustangs. Brown hits the deck with the basketball. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow will go the Mustang way. So Steele's pass almost goes out of bounds. Brown steals it under the rim. And picking it up and shooting it is Lockman. No good. Ball out of bounds off of Lockman. And now the Mustangs with 6:30 and change left.
We'll see if Louis Wilkes can continuously bring that ball up the court, beat the defenders.
They pass it into Wilkes. Instead, it's tipped out of bounds by Lockman, which doesn't do much except for take a couple seconds off the clock. Here goes Wilkes. The turnaround, no good. Fight for the rebound. I think that might have been a tweener through Carly Boughton's legs there, thrown by Chavez. That shot no good by Lockman. Rebound shot no good for Lees. Soloway out to Lees. Her three-pointer in and out. Boughton fights for the rebound, and instead it goes to the hands of the freshman Riley King. King fires to Steele. Steele hits the deck, as does Riley Pfeiffer, and that will be a jump ball this time, the possession arrow going towards the Lancers. Soloway guarded by Riley King. Up the court now. Lockman's got it. Now Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer on the left side. Now coming to the middle. There's a deep shot from Soloway. Gabby Soloway can't hit it. Steele has fought for the rebound instead. The rebound's by Lockman, and then she turns it over to Wilkes, and a foul is going to be called against Gabby Soloway, trying to play very close up defense to Louis Wilkes.
Looks like the Lancers are going to back away.
Wilkes driving the floater. The right hand goes in. Then Louis Wilkes with 14.
That was nice aggressiveness by Louis Wilkes. Keeping the Mustangs going.
Worcester.
Good defense by Allie Finstrom.
Here's a deep two for Worcester. No good, too strong. Rebound there for Lees. Lees makes a nice move, throwing it up there at the right hand. No good. Ball gets tipped out of bounds, and the Mustangs will get the basketball with 4:40. Wilkes has it on the near side. Here's a three from the corner by King, the freshman from junior varsity who was brought up this week. Good for her to get a shot attempt here in this varsity game. So the Mustangs still trail by 18 points with 4 of 18 left. Pfeiffer guarded by Brown. Here's a three-pointer. No good, too strong by Soloway. Lancers get the rebound, though. Lee's driving baseline, throwing it to the left block. And the foul's going to go against Riley King, and that will be on the floor. And now Conway and Chavez check back into the ballgame. Here's Pfeiffer in the corner. Now Chavez. Back out to Pfeiffer. Brown guarding here in Lexi. We haven't really said it yet, but they have switched to a man-to-man defense in this half. Might be working so far.
I think it's working better than that 2-3 defense, if I'm going to be honest.
And Brown goes up and gets fouled by Megan Worcester.
Them keeping up that pressure on the defense kind of rambles the Lancers. Can't really get past them on that man-to-man defense. If they do have an open drive, but less shots from the Lancers.
First from Brown off the mark. Yeah, she gets ready to shoot one more. Her second is money. And the Mustangs now trail 36-19. There's a nice lay-in there by Gabby Conway, who's in double digits with 11 points. Here's Louis Wilkes trying to break the press. Gives to Brown, and Coach Stevenson on the Mustang bench will burn his second to last timeout as the Mustangs are struggling getting the ball past half court.
That might have been a good call there to call that timeout. Looks like the Mustangs weren't really going anywhere with that ball.
Yeah, you got to use this timeout at some point. Not bad there by Coach Stevenson. So the Mustangs trail by 19 points. They have the basketball. See what they can do after this timeout. .318 left in this ball game. As it's in the hands of King, looking inside of Finstrom, a little JV to JV action there. It's cool to see for them.
These girls have been really confident coming up from JV. Not afraid to get out there and play with some varsity players.
Wilkes looked for Boutwin, instead turns it over. Up the court now. Lee's laying it up with the left hand. No good. Nice board by Conway, though. And Conway going back up. And Gabby Conway is now the leading scorer of this game with 13. Foul down low.
Good idea to put Carly Boutwin back in the game. Been getting a lot of rebounds for the Mustangs, helping them out.
I think that's going to go against Gabby Conway. Not quite sure. Yeah, we'll go against her. It's going to be her third foul. And yeah, Conway has 13. So does Riley Pfeiffer. So some nice action there for those two. (40-19) as there will be free throws here for Carly Boutwin as the Mustangs are in the bonus. First one too strong.
Tight pressure defense from Haley.
Yeah, hard screen there by Conway. Brown ran into her at the top. Chavez looking inside to Conway. Conway, the left-hand fade, no good. But the Lancers with yet again another rebound. And now a long two goes up near the top of the key, and that one is bottoms for Ashby.
Lancers will still not back down from that full court press, keeping it up all throughout the game.
Boutwin trips, and now down the floor is Lees. Paige Lees making a move on Wilkes and gets rejected, so it's a jump ball. Nice defense there by Louis Wilkes getting the block on the jump ball, and the Mustangs get possession with 2:07 in this game. So Boutwin and Finstrom check out of the ball game for Macy Searles and Ella Steele. Brown finds what was supposed to be Wilkes. Decided it goes to the other number 3, Izzy Chavez. But it's out of bounds, so the Mustangs keep the basketball. Brown over the top, gets it to Wilkes. Wilkes now doubled, back over to Brown.
Good read by the Lancers right there.
The end, they'll keep the basketball, and it was off the Mustang. Lastly touched, so with 2 minutes to play, the Lancers will keep the basketball. Inside to Conway. Conway, the left hand, no good. And here's Ella Steele trying to cook up some offense as she gets it to King. From the corner, no good, but a nice rebound there, then stripped away. Searles hits the deck.
Lancers slowing it down a bit.
Inside to Conway, no good, but a foul called late. And Gabby Conway will go to the line to shoot 2. So Conway's first free throw is short. As it looks like, it's not over till it's over, but it looks like Lexi, the Lancers, are going to extend their win streak to 3 games. So that's going to be good for them as they continue their season into play next Tuesday against Barron Springs. Meanwhile, the Mustangs will lose 3 straight. Some tough ones lately. At St. Joe, at Lakeview, and now home against Stevensville Lakeshore. And Lexi, we know that the Mustangs are a little shorthanded, as I'm sure you know very well. So not awful for them, but they'll have a chance next week to get some wins back in the schedule.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs are just trying to find their way as of right now. They lost one of their starters and Lauren King, so trying to play with new players can be a tough one, playing without the players that you need.
So the first free throw is down for Ella Steele. The student section having a lot of fun with that one. And Steele's second, off the mark, off the heel. A rebound there for Searles. Fireball pass up to the top of the key. Wilkes driving, gets stripped. And the basketball to the Lancers' hands. Soloway, who then turns it over. Wilkes has the basketball. And we'll try to get some more points here for the Mustangs. Here's King in the corner, back over to Wilkes. Searles gonna drive it, throwing it up with the right hand. A nice shot there by Macy Searles.
Looks like Stevenson told the Mustangs to keep up that pressure into full court press.
1 minute to play here as that pass is thrown out of bounds. So not a bad way to end this game for the Mustangs, Lexi. Starting to gain some momentum. A little too late, but not awful here for the Stangs.
Yeah, it looks like the Mustangs finally figured out how to beat that full court press.
Searles with another, Searles with another layup. 2 straight on 2 possessions. Who knows? Mustangs making a little bit of a run here. 4-0 run. Soloway. Now Chavez, who's guarded by Wilkes, who's had a heck of a game tonight. Now over to another Chavez. Soloway. Ashby. Ashby guarded by Brown. Now over to Bianca Chavez.
I think the Mustangs are finally figuring out how to get on with the game.
They're going to call 3 seconds there on Gabby Conway. So the Mustangs will get at least 1 more possession here on the offensive end. Here's Searles in the corner with 8 seconds left. A 3 from King. Try to bank it in, won't go. 3 seconds left. A rebound by Soloway, and this horn sounds, and that will do it from Portage Central. The Lancers of Lakeshore come into Portage Central and pick up a big road win, winning by a score of 42-24.
Drew, what a great game. Lancers kept up that pace, probably like a 10-0. Kept it up and then ended up winning by almost about 20 points.
Yeah, that run of the second quarter-ish really helped the Lancers, and from there, it was all gas, no break. So that will do it tonight from Portage Central. all red here as the Lancers win 42-24. Thank you all for tuning into this exclusive coverage of Portage Central Mustang basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel powered by PCTV. Make sure you tune into our next broadcast as Lexi will be joined with Ryan Canfield as the girls varsity plays Marshall on Tuesday night. Until then, for Lexi Lee and the rest of our amazing PCTV crew, I'm Drew Lawler saying so long from Portage Central.